science. Forge relationships and sub-disciplines of science that might not otherwise talk to each other or communicate with each other. And there are times like these that we need to do that and do a better job of that. So I think this is a first start at a better communication between all the sciences. Thank you. So we're all scientists in one way or the other. We're all curious about the world. Lots of us here are scientists. Some of us here are just science enthusiasts. So no matter what your background, we really appreciate you being here. We're going to move forward together. So I just want to tell a very brief 1-minute story. I know you're not here to hear me speak, but I want to give a brief story as to how I got interested in science and policy together. Back about 5 years ago, when I started out teaching at Bluegrass Community and Technical College as an adjunct, I got the opportunity to go to MIT as the representative for the Energy Club for Kentucky. And I took all of my Energy Club students from around the state and got to meet Bill Richardson, who's the former Energy Secretary of the United States. And his primary goal and his big message of that conference was that if you have people in Congress and other places who are in positions to make decisions, and they're not knowledgeable about science, and they're not knowledgeable about the scientific method, it's very difficult for them to make good choices. So what we have to do is we have to support scientists in those positions, and maybe even consider getting in those positions ourselves as scientists. Yes. So I took that away. I was never really involved in that sort of thing until I left that meeting. And ever since then, I've been more involved. So I would encourage everybody else to do so as well. And hopefully, we're going to have tables set up down here as we leave in March, and I will explain that in just a bit. And we're going to have lots of opportunities for you to get to know other people who are doing those sorts of things. So, last few things I want to say. I want to explain where we're leaving and where we're going. So just to alleviate any sort of unanswered questions that we have. So right behind you is Short Street. Short Street is hopefully closed off at this point. I can't see down there, but it will be closed off if it's not. It is? Okay, good. So we're going to, after the speakers are finished, we're going to meet on Short Street, and we are going to go down Short Street, take a right on Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is not closed off, so we have to stay on the sidewalk on that street. When we get to Main Street will be shut off for this event, so we really appreciate that. So we have the entire Main Street to ourselves, and we are going to meet the March Madness Marching Band down there. They are going to be leading the way up to Fifth Third Pavilion. We will reach Fifth Third Pavilion probably about something a little after 2 o'clock, 2:30 or something like that. And we are going to have all the tables, vendors, and live music set up there. All right, so again, if you have any questions, ask the volunteers, and if they don't have it, they'll come to me and I will get that.